Welcome to the show. Colt Ford, good morning, sir. How are you?
Morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Hey, we just played that cut of yours off this new Waylon tribute CD, and I like it. I pushed the like button on my computer.
Man, that's awesome. I appreciate it. It's it's just an honor to be a part of anything with Waylon. He's always been one of my heroes and always will be. And when they let me be a part of this record, I was just so humbled and blown away because there's so many great artists on there. And I was excited. My wife is a gigantic Waylon Jennings fan, and to the point where if I screwed this up, I might even end up divorced. So I knew I had to make it sound all right.
So how did that come down? Did you contact them? They contact you? How the connection come about?
Jesse and Shooter they decided they had a list of people they wanted to be a part of it, and they asked who they wanted to ask. I'm sure there's a lot of artists that love to be a part of it. So it was just something that they wanted to do, and they picked artists that they felt like had individual spirits or had kind of done things on their own and a lot of aspects. And that's certainly how I've kind of done my career. I've kind of followed Waylon's playbook pretty much word for word, and which is he didn't set out to be an outlaw. He just wanted to make music the way he wanted to make it. He didn't want to be told how to do it. He just wanted to make it the way he wanted to make it and sound how he wanted it to sound. And he felt like he knew folks that would like what he did, and that's pretty much what I've done with mine.
Well, let me ask you this about your music, Colt Ford. You are a little different from the mainstream artists in your style. Kind of doing. How do you label this? Is it a speak country rap? How do you label yourself?
I just consider myself a country artist. I don't think anybody's calling Toby Keith a country rapper now that he did Red Solo Cup. But that's pretty much what he's doing. So I just think I'm a country artist. Recitation Talking Records have been around for years and years before Waylon Jennings. If you go back and listen to Smoke That Cigarette by Tex Williams, it's been around a long, long time. So I certainly have my own twist to it. But like I said, I think what makes a country song is the content of the song and what you're talking about, and the instrumentation. If you listen to my record and think that it ain't country, then we from way different kinds of countries. All I can tell you.
Well, did you get a chance to actually pick the cut that you put on the album there? Or is this pick for you? How'd that happen?
Yeah, they gave a couple of options, and that was always one of my favorite songs. And of course, they want to do songs that you feel like you can convey what Waylon wanted conveyed. And that was the thing. I was in the studio with probably some of the best musicians that have ever on the face of the planet, and Reggie Young, who played guitar for Waylon. And also played for Elvis. He was the band leader, and he said, "Man, he said, Colt, I think Waylon would absolutely 100% love what you do. Love the fact that you do it your own way. Although y'all describe it in different ways, you deliver it in different ways. He would really respect what you do and what you talk about, what you believe in, and the music has got to be first." And so they let me do that, and they let me choose this song that was truly one of Waylon's biggest hits. That was actually the only song that almost made it to number one. It was in the movie Harper Valley, PTA. So it was just cool to be a part of it, man. Like I said, I was so humbled to be in there in that studio. I was really nervous because I didn't want to screw this up, and I feel like what we did turned out good. I'm very pleased with it. I was proud to put my name on it.
Yeah, it definitely did turn out good. Was Jessie, of course, Waylon's wife, spearheading this project, and as they say, Waylon's son Shooter in on it as well. Were they around much during the recording sessions?
No, the hard part about doing stuff like that with multiple artists is everybody's schedule, and people being on the road and finding time to do it. But getting messages from both of them saying that they liked it and that they really appreciate what I did with the song, and Waylon would have really dug that. That's all I ever needed. As long as they're happy with it, then that means the world to me. And we've got to do some things together. Again, it's time, and every artist is busy. But all the artists, nobody made a dime off this record. Nobody's getting anything. This was just artists that love Waylon Jennings, and I think I speak for all of them. My good friends Justin Moore and Doug and Montgomery Gentry, that are all buddies of mine, that would say they just were honored and humbled to be a part of it.
Well, let me ask you, out of all these cuts on 11 cuts on this CD that's now out, and it's been out digitally for a couple of weeks, but now you can go in and get a hard copy of this. What other cut on here would be your favorite?
Man, I thought Justin Moore just absolutely wore that out. I just thought he just tore it up. I really liked. I like what Justin did a whole bunch. I like what Jack Ingram did a whole lot too. I mean, I think that was really cool. I mean, Montgomery Gentry, Eddie sounded a lot like Waylon on there. So I just thought I ain't living long like this. I thought Justin just tore that thing up. I really liked that an awful lot.
Yeah, we played that cut earlier this morning when we first got on the air here, and I like it as well. I like the whole CD. Of course, I've always been a Waylon fan. Let's real quick talk about Colt Ford, because you got to get out of here, I know. You've got some projects of your own coming up. What are we looking at happening here?
I got my new album, Declaration of Independence tour. Declaration of Independence, and a tour revolving around that comes out May 1st. And I think that I've made. I wrote with Jeffrey Steele and Craig Wiseman and David Lee Murphy, some of the best songwriters in town. I just tried to be more honest and open and real than I've ever been on anything. And I think it's the best collection of songs that I've ever had. And so I truly am excited about it. I can't wait to get it done. Dan Huff is producing some of the songs on the record. So I'm just real excited, and I'm going to do this tour. And I was excited. I got to come out to California in December, kind of my first venture out there, and I played 2 or 3 places, and they were all sold out. And I just couldn't believe that. I didn't know what would happen since I'd never been out there. So I can't wait to come more and more out there and play more and more shows.
Well, I look forward to next time you're around and we're in the same part of the world that I'll make sure that I hook up and catch your show live, because I love what you do recorded here. Colt Ford, thank you very much for taking time to talk about what's going on here, and also laying down the track there on Waylon. And again, we'll try to hook up sometime and catch your show live in person, because I bet you kick ass.
It's a lot of fun, man. I'd put our live show up against anything. I move around pretty good for a big old boy, so I think people work too hard to see you just stand there and play your songs. We really get after it pretty hard, and I can't wait to come out there and play more and more for you guys. It was a blast coming out there in December, and I will definitely be out there some more this year. I hope we can catch up for sure.
All right, thanks, Colt Ford. Have a great one, all right?
Thanks very much. Y'all have a great week.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.